Let's see what's on YouTube. Ooh, a Nintendo Direct. Yeah, I guess they are having a September Direct. Probably not gonna show Splatoon 3 yet, though. It's like, probably for like stuff coming out in the winter. Anyway, let's watch it.
Next, we'd like to show you this.
Okay, then. Well, I was not expecting that. So, yeah, so apparently, we got a massive Splatoon 3 trailer in the Direct. I was not expecting that. I was thinking maybe at most a mention or something like that. But no, we got a whole freaking trailer in that Nintendo Direct with a lot of details. And, well, I commented on that trailer and how excited I was, and my comment got a lot of likes, and I suddenly got a sudden spike in subscribers that in no way was a coincidence after I made that comment. So apparently, people are expecting me to do Splatoon 3 content now, so I guess I'm officially a Splatuber. So, in light of that, I guess I'm gonna start by analyzing this trailer. I'm gonna try and do a full-blown analysis of this trailer. I'm gonna split it up into parts, but I'm gonna try and analyze frame by frame and get as much detail as I can, especially with that story mode. That story mode looks crazy. And then also look at any statements Nintendo has made, like on Twitter or on their website or whatever. So, for all my new subscribers just suddenly subscribed expecting Splatoon 3, here you go. Yeah, this is going to be as in-depth an analysis as I can of this game, and I won't be able to catch everything, like stuff with like specific weapon sets, like blast radiuses, names of a bunch of weapons and whatnot. I'm not going to be able to pick up on because I don't know everything about weapon stats. I just play a set of weapons that I like a lot, and that's it. And I'm also going to probably miss some Splatoon 1 stuff because I don't have a Wii U, so I've only ever played Splatoon 2. But I'm gonna try and get into as much detail as I can, and yeah, so let's go. And if you hear any background noise, I apologize for that. The last take I did of this got interrupted by a bunch of people yelling, so anyway. So we start Nintendo Switch. And already something new. Already, very beginning. First of all, rating pending. Probably going to be rated E10 plus at the end. I doubt it, but it could possibly end up being rated teen. But I doubt that. Like, yeah. It's not going to be rated adults only. I can guarantee that. Imagine if it did. That would be kind of funny, but also, like, from a business standpoint, not good. Anyway, but aside from the rating, the first actual new thing we see is they show off the loading icon. They show off the loading icon, the new loading animation. It's like in Splatoon 1, it was just like a basic image that I guess had a few animations and changed and maybe changed colors or something. It just spun around. Splatoon 2 had a 2D thing that transformed a lot more. This Splatoon 3's looks very similar to Splatoon 2's except 3D and actually looks like it's made out of ink. So if we go back, it's hard to tell if I'm actually going back by frames because the animation seems to be, it's not in 60 FPS, so some of the frames look identical. Anyway, it starts off, as you see here, purple, with this shape, whatever it is, and it turns yellow as it turns into this swishy, spinny thing, like in Splatoon 2. And then it, like, combines into this blob, and into a circle, then into an oval, and then it turns into this triangle here. Yeah, and you can see it has a 3D look to it. This triangle here. It's not 2D like the previous ones. I mean, it's probably pre-rendered, but so it probably technically is 2D, but you know, it looks 3D as opposed to previous ones. So you see, nope, go away. So you can see that how after the triangle it kind of turns back, swishes back into a circle, and it cycles between yellow and purple, and you can see there it looks like actual ink. And yellow and purple are the colors of this game. It's like Splatoon 2. Splatoon 1 had orange and blue. Splatoon 2 had green and pink, and you could see that reflected in Splatoon 2's loading animation. And so, yeah, so you can see the animation in effect there. Again, looks very similar to Splatoon 2's, but 3D. That's basically what it looks like. It looks like Splatoon 2's, but 3D and yellow and purple instead of pink and green. Anyway, we see first shot here. We see, ignore the flying respawn things for a second. We can see this is in Splatsville, and you see all these apartments here. It looks a little bit dumpy. I guess that's to be expected, given the vibe Splatsville has. We see it's daytime, as you can see, which is probably, again, there's going to be daytime during normal play and then nighttime during nighttime, presumably. So, presumably keeping that trend. And you can see all these apartments here with clothes hanging out windows, curtains, and stuff. Looks a bit run down. You see these train rails here. I'm pretty sure these are train rails. I don't know what else they would be. And there's been train rails in the past. And we could see in the reveal trailer, we could see like a train up suspended like this in Splatsville. So these are presumably train rails. They have yellow here. You can see this graffiti on the building. You see what looks like either squids or jellyfish. They look more like jellyfish to me in a light purple, and then this stuff in pale yellow. It's hard for me to tell what this is actually supposed to be. If anyone has any ideas, feel free to let me know, but it's a bit hard for me to tell what this is actually, these things are actually supposed to be. But it's graffiti there nonetheless, and then you can see these taller like skyscrapers here. I think we've seen ones that look very similar in Splatsville before. So, yeah, you have these very tall buildings here. Maybe that's in the plaza. Maybe that's where the plaza is, or maybe they're just somewhere else in Splatsville. Anyway, as you can see there, we have the respawn coffee machines, or whatever they are, espresso machines. I don't drink coffee or espresso, so I don't know. But you can see they fly in from the sky way up there. You also see sunlight here. They fly in from the sky way up there. These are the ones for both teams. You see both purple and yellow fly in. So this is presumably, unless this is just for the trailer, we're presumably going to see this with them all flying in and circling around and moving in a circle here. In the intro to a match. Either that, or it's just for the trailer. You can see this, they're pretty reflective. You see sunlight reflecting there. You see purple ones here. You see they do clip into the train rails, which is kind of funny. But yeah, you see that one's clipping out there. So yeah, they clip into the train rails. See purple there. You see coming up here, you see a yellow one here. Yellow, also... Okay, yeah, I'm on fixed it. Okay. So we see yellow ones here, so this is all 8 of them coming in from the sky and then spiraling around. And then we go here, we get this shot of the apartments, and in all their low-res glory, but these are background elements, so it's fine. You see different gear here, like this athletic, like, tank top thing here. You see a bunch of copy-pasted assets, like these blinds here, these curtains here, stuff like that. It's a background element, so of course, why not copy-paste a bunch of these things? But seeing all these apartments does continue to make you wonder, like in the plaza in the reveal trailer, will you have apartments in this game? really, this doesn't tell us anything about whether we will or not, so no, there's still no way to know. Given Nintendo's reputation, I'd say probably not, but who knows. But anyway, this isn't just an apartment shot. This is where, as you can see, the yellow team flies in. So, we see the espresso machine respawner things. They have... Ignore the fire truck. I don't know why fire trucks go by so often, but we have levers here, we have, or whatever this is, we have dials, meters, and stuff from the machine, and then you see, it flips over, because these sides here with the respawn icons from the respawn pads in Splatoon 2, these are where the Inklings and Octolings spawn out of, so, whoops, we can see a big splurge of yellow ink coming out, and then a pair of dualies of some sort. I don't know what kind of dualies these are because I don't play dualies. And then we see the new ink tanks that looks more like an ink bag pop out here, and the line there, which is is presumably the line that you need to have more ink in order to use your sub weapon. And comes out. Inkling flips over, another Inkling comes out, or I think this is actually an Octoling, but another Inkling comes out, and you can see the eyes here. The eyes on the in-between Squid and Kid model here. It's like, first of all, it looks more detailed than in past games, but I'm gonna touch on the eyes for a second. In Splatoon 1, the in-between model had these infamous bug eyes that looked really disturbing, and especially with the ink dripping out, it looked like they were like bleeding out or something. It looked disturbing. Like you had these bug eyes that then popped into the regular Inkling eyes in Kid form. So yeah, if you know what I'm talking about with Splatoon 1, you know. It had these creepy bug eyes. Splatoon 2 just got rid of eyes entirely on the in-between model. But looks here, Splatoon 3 has brought eyes back, but they actually look normal now. I mean, having the squid tentacle things here still looks kind of weird, but the eyes actually look normal now. It's just the normal Inkling eyes just appear on the in-between model. So, that's pretty cool. And again, you can see this character is flipping over, and you see their feet come out there. And then you can see their eyes there, and they're curled up, but then they leave that curled up position and are holding their weapons up, and the machines are flipping over. But then obviously a bunch of other stuff is happening here. So it's like we have now this Inkling appears to be holding umbrella, and of some sort, I don't know what kind of umbrella that is, but some umbrella weapon, and they're doing a backflip. They're just straight up doing a backflip off the espresso machine upon spawning in. Just a complete backflip there. Pretty epic. You get a better look at the eyes. You can see their color here. This, I think, is a bit green. It's a bit hard to tell. This is a lighter color that looks pinkish, but that's not very important. We know you can customize eye color. And these are just generic character custom characters. So you can see this Inkling leaves, also as the ink tank leaves the backflip. This other one still holding up the dualies, but lands on the other side of the respawn machine, because the respawn machines, as you can see, they flip over, and after spawning in, the characters stand on the opposite side from the side they spawned in. Interestingly, just a visual thing, but again, you can get a look at the stuff on the machines. You can see has the label panel on the back, probably has warnings and stuff given these triangles and whatnot. You know, basic stuff you see on the back of products in general. So yeah, and yeah, that does look like umbrella. So let's go back. While this backflip is pretty sick, let's go look at the other characters that pop out. So it's like the rightmost one comes out first, and then the leftmost one comes out last. And as for these animations, I don't know if the backflip there is I don't know if they were weapon specific. Given what happened with the charger in the reveal trailer, where the charger was just hanging from the machine, possibly. But I don't know if they're weapon specific or placement specific. They could be weapon specific, in which case Brellas apparently do backflips. Cool. But it could be placement specific, where if you're just here, you do a backflip. Or it could be completely random. There could be no rhyme or reason to which animation you get. But anyway, you see this one pop out. Only see one eye at first because ink is covering the rest. You can also see hands and whatnot. You see hands is holding a weapon. I'm sorry, I don't know what weapon this is. It's some kind of gun. Yeah. And meanwhile, you see on the coming out last, on the farthest left, you see the poster child inkling for the game, which is also the single-player character, and we'll get to that, because there's some interesting things there. But you see, she comes out with a splat bow, with the 3 shots here, and this stuff. The splat bow's already been analyzed to death, especially in that one clip from the Switch OLED trailer, so we know what the splat bow looks like at this point. As you can see, this inkling just kind of jumps out like yippee and then lands. This one, of course, does a backflip. But our poster child here on the far left, you can see feet there. She actually like jumps out and like does a spin, not a flip, but like twirls in the air, as you can see there. Just kind of twirls in the air like that, and then they all land. And you can see, back to our character on the far right with the dualies, who I do believe is an Octoling. You can see the glasses pop in, these shades, and the hair pops in, and yeah, that's an Octoling hairstyle. Then you see the one who did a backflip lands, and then the hat, this hat pops in. You have the big hat here. This is returning gear, I'm pretty sure, because I know I've seen this hat before. So you see that lands. The mouth, see a smiling mouth with the inkling teeth pops in, as well as the shirt. So it's like all the gear is popping in now. See this one lands, and you can see our poster child slash new agent pops in with a splat bow, finishes twirling in the air, and lands with the splat bow. These both, again, she has yellow eyes because that's what Nintendo's chosen. And we see the eyes on here, but then the sunglasses pop in, and the short hairstyle here. Sunglasses pop in, and rest of the gear, and then the one on the left is the last one to transform. And we can see here, the ink is leaving the rightmost character, which is, of course, standard, and so we can start to slowly get a better look of the characters. Aside from what we can see is new in terms of customization, there's not a whole ton in analyzing these, because again, these are just non-specific player characters that people at Nintendo put together. But you can see, finally, our poster child on the far left pops in. You can see nose, eyebrows, ears, all that, gear, shirt here, all that pops in. Her braided tentacles and the one tentacle start off just pointed straight upward, and then just pop back. That's a little weird. Not sure if that's an animation error or what. It looks kind of weird. And then just suddenly, immediately pops to boom, bangs. They're back down. Okay. So that's a little weird. And then this tentacle fully forms. And it's basically fully formed, except that she's still all yellow. This guy or whatever is now wearing a lot of blue, but is now like completely out of ink. This one is starting to pop in, the sneakers and whatnot, and yeah, you can see Maybe maybe this hat isn't from Splatoon 2. I know I've seen a hat with this exact same shape, but it was different color and it was like different material. See that pop in? You see this Inkling finally popping in, has like pale skin, this shorter hairstyle, and again, whatever weapon this is. You see the braid here on our far left and the splat bow, but we've already seen all that. So basically they're just popping in, losing their ink. You see the slightly tan skin color here, popping in. Basically all the yellow is disappearing. So, and again, they all land on the opposite side of the respawn machines from the one they spawned in on. So, yeah. So let's just fast forward here, where they are all standing up here. So you have our poster child Inkling on the left with the modified Splatoon 1 hairstyle with the braid. Actually looks slightly different from in the reveal trailer. But that might just be me, that might just be the lighting, I'm not sure. But it looks like it pops out a bit more, like it has more depth to it, or whatever. Layers, whatever the term is. And you see this Inkling, this one looks like, I can't tell if that's the thinner or thicker eyebrows, but this Inkling has the pants, and that are like the long ones returning from Splatoon 2. Paler skin, sunglasses, short hair, this coat jacket thing. You have this one in shorts, and this shorter hairstyle and this hat, and the brella and whatnot. And then you have this, guy here that's, again, has a lot of blue, looks like all decked out. I believe the face is covered, and so yeah, you have this interesting gear here. I've not seen this before, and so anyway, we can go back to the other team here. See, this time the camera is positioned behind them, but it's like basically a very similar thing. You see this one pop out with a roller here. Did I say the blue team? This is the purple team. The purple team popping out. This one with, from what I've heard, I believe this is Clash Blaster. I'm not completely sure. I don't really play Blaster. You see them popping out. You get a better look at the new ink tanks. You see there are these smaller markers here, these smaller deviations. We've probably seen this before already. But you see, and then you see here a team with a charger here hanging from that. So it does look like, since Charger had this hanging animation both times in both trailers, it looks like the animations might be weapon specific. So Chargers hang from the respawn machine, Brellas do backflips apparently, and yeah, so we just see them all pop in. I've gone through the details of them popping in from spawning out of the thing in a bunch of ink, so there's not much new to talk about here. Just see them all pop in. We see some new hairstyles and stuff. So we see this new hairstyle. We saw this in the reveal trailer briefly, but you can see it just has like these locks and stuff that go here. We have this hat here, and the hairstyle there. We have this style. Can't quite tell what it is. It's either a short style or it's the afro. Actually, no, I think that is the afro, returning from Splatoon 2. And see these people in other outfits. And, see, we saw this Octoling in the reveal trailer. I think it has darker skin and this Octoling style hairstyle. We're seeing that there. I believe it's just the one from Splatoon 2, the female one from Splatoon 2. But not completely sure. So I think this, yeah. So we can see Charger hanging here. I believe Clash Blaster standing here, this new style. We have a roller here, swung over the shoulder. And we have this guy here. And so you can see you can see the gear here. Get a good idea of it. We have, actually, we have the long pants from Splatoon 2. We have the other kind of pants from Splatoon 2. We have the shorts, the basic shorts. Except they look kind of gray. They look kind of gray, so I don't know if they changed the color of those from black to gray or what. But I don't think we've seen any new leg wear. It all seems to be the same ones from Splatoon 2. But maybe there is. Maybe we have seen new leg wear, I'm not sure. But anyway, now it cuts to this. We can see the buildings again. We can see the train rails again. And it looks like there's more train rails up here. And here we can see the purple team shooting in. So you can see the respawn devices have a lot of knockback when they just launch you out in these explosions of ink. So the respawn things have knockback. That's a cool visual. That's just a visual, but yeah. But anyway, what else can we see here? We can see these markers here for where they're aiming. So it is like an aimable thing. We could see that in the reveal trailer. We have this, again, this is a new map. I believe Nintendo has said the name of this map. So yeah, we have a sponge here in purple color that you can. So we have sponges confirmed returning. Don't think anyone doubted that. So you can see that there. Looks like you can see another sponge there. So that's cool. More graffiti and stuff. And it's all blurry over here, but you can see tree there, car there, and cars actually. This is in the middle of a road. You can see that later on. And this bridge. There's a bridge in the middle, and that bridge is over the road. So, but you can see things. You can see street lights. Yeah, more buildings. Yeah, basic stage stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, you can see them launch in this little explosion of purple ink and dust or whatever that effect is. And so you can see them launch in their squid and octopus forms, respectively. Launch in. And you can kind of see, you can see them just pop into their kid forms as their weapons just pop in, like you can see with this roller here. The roller just pops in. And so, yeah. It looks like they all launch in simultaneously. So, interesting thing about that. Can you fire at will, or is it timed? Or is it's looking like maybe at the start of a match you all just fire in simultaneously. But maybe when you respawn, if you respawn in these things again, you can choose how long you're in there, or maybe there's a timer. We don't actually know quite how that works yet. But so far it looks like you all launch at the same time once the match starts at the beginning. So you see them launch in, this one launches here, this one launches over here, so you have a pretty decent range of where you can all start. So that's cool. And then we can see the same thing with the yellow team. See, they're all pointed at the stage. You can see a bunch of copy-pasted clothing hanging from the windows here. There's a clothesline here. We saw that before. I don't think I pointed out, though. Open window here. Sign here with text and stuff that's not English, of course, because why would it be in English? So yeah, you can see stuff here, and you can see the yellow team pop in. Like that. Again, the exact same effect as before, but yellow this time. And you can see the eyes of the squid form here as they pop in. Not much else to see there. It's all pretty self-explanatory. So then we go on to whenever the next frame. Here we go. So now we can get a closer view of the stage. Again, there's the purple sponge here we saw before. There's gates, like walls set up here, because again, this is a road here. This is a street of some sort. You see another like bouncy shield thing here. Again, like what we've seen in the past two games with the logo here. You can see vending machines here. This is interesting. I mean, it's pretty typical scenery. You have sponges there. These road blockage things that you'd see often when there's like road construction. You see these here. We'll get back to those later. You can see the bridge here. Again, this is like a bridge over a road, but goes on a diagonal, and there's like a block here. We can assume this is where the Rainmaker is going to be on Rainmaker, and where the tower is going to start. So the tower, it's either going to drop down like this, like in Wahoo World or something. I think that's how the tower in Wahoo World works. I don't remember off the top of my head. Or the tower track is going to be along this bridge. So, we don't know for sure, but anyway, we can see characters here. This is, I think I'm right in saying it's Clash Blaster, because you have Blaster here. Has a pretty big radius. Like, I think I've read somewhere that the Clash Blaster's radius seems to be increased in Splatoon 3 from Splatoon 2. I can't verify that myself, because I don't play it. We can see, some purple ink movement here, implying that either someone's here or it was like a roller flick or something. But I think the roller is spawned over to the right, so not sure. We can see, but then it is much later in the match because someone from yellow is over here and there's a lot more painting here, so I do not think this is right after spawn-in. The match has definitely gone on for a little bit. We can see someone from yellow here chuck a burst bomb. Who from yellow is that exactly? It's kind of hard to tell who from yellow that is. But you see someone here chuck a burst bomb. So burst bomb's confirmed, coming back. Don't think anyone expected them not to. Yeah, we can see this character again with the hairstyle. I think that's an Inkling hairstyle, so Inkling with the Clash Blaster. We can see more here. That, I believe, that's the Splat Bow. So that's our poster child, Inkling again, who's also our agent. We have our, with the Splat Bow again, over there. We have a yellow Inkling popping out here. Nope, go back. Popping out here. Don't know if that's just them jumping out and popping in, or if that's like the, Squid Surge coming up there. It depends on whether there's a wall there to climb up or not. Come up there, shooting globs of ink there. See Clash Blaster exploding here. See the burst bomb. We see the Octoling from before that I mentioned down there. And I guess that was the roller over to the left, flicking there. I guess that was the roller flick that we saw before. Looked like it anyway. So we see the burst bomb, burst. And yeah, it looks pretty standard. Maybe, I don't know if the radius is any different or anything, but yeah, you can see whatever this is here. Again, you can see the roads blocked off there, the vending machines. Seen that before already. And there's a traffic cone there. And hopefully YouTube stops having load problems. And so, actually, let's playback speed. Let's go on 0.25 and... Okay, that's much better. We can see purple there, yellow there with whatever that was going into squid form there. We can see... Alright, I guess is that the dualies from before? So, and again, we can... Yeah, that's our Inkling with the Splat Bow. And, like, over there, that's right, and then here's the one with the hat. And the hat one had the Brella. Yeah, the hat with the Brella. Then we get this shot here. You can see the street here. You can see how this is a road here. Because you can see cars there, how it's blocked off. This is a bridge over. And you can see these road signs here. You can see this interstate symbol. This is just straight up a U.S. interstate symbol. I mean, I don't know if there's similar interstate symbols in other countries, but it's interesting how this looks specifically like a U.S. interstate symbol, except actually, it's like a fusion between the U.S. interstate route symbol and the U.S. route symbol, because, yeah, those are different kinds of interstate roads. There's the interstate highways, and then there's the U.S. roads. They're different systems. So this has, like, the shape of the U.S. roads, but the coloring of the interstate ones, with the blue with number and then the red thing on the top. So Yeah, that's interesting. We have green street signs. Apparently there's a left turn somewhere ahead, and apparently this leads to an airport or something, looking at this, judging by these signs. And this could be completely debunked if the exact same signs are on the other side here, and it shows they're just copy-pasted random road signs. But anyway, you can see again the barriers here, as if there was road construction, because like the road is blocked off. You can see this is one road lane, this is another, and there's this median here. There's a median here on the road, and we can see the crab tank, the new crab tank here. So there's Charger there. Maybe that's where Charger was, but this did like cut here. This is a bit of a cut, but you can see the crab tank here. And actually, let's analyze the crab tanks. It shoots one shot. So that's 3 shots. Okay, so the crab. There's some purple explosion here. Don't know if that was from the crab or something else. You see this one shot here. Second shot. And a third shot. Yeah, I think. And a third shot, which hurts the Inkling in that exact same animation before. So I think we missed a previous shot before then. So I think that's 4 shots so far because we saw this before. So it looked like the Inkling got hit first shot. We rewind again. Let's see. Yeah, there. Inkling got hit first shot, seems. Second shot missed. Third shot missed. Fourth shot hit. And you can see this is a purple team crab, but it has a lot of yellow on it. Either it's been shot, I don't think it's either been shot with yellow ink, though as we'll see later, I don't think it's the case because it looks too fixed. So it looks like the crab just has both team colors on it, but seems to have more of the opposing team color, which is interesting. I don't know if that's like intentional to make it blend in or whatnot. Also, Charger here. No laser on this Charger, which, that's a bit crazy. It still has a light, but no laser is kind of crazy. That's gonna make Chargers kind of scary. Like, I don't know if it's gonna make them OP or if everything else is so crazy that was a necessary change, so that Charger's not bad. That's like, because like the laser is really helpful in like trying to avoid Charger, because it tells you like where the Charger is pointed, so it gives you a chance of like actually escaping by having like close combat with the Charger. Here, if there's no laser, you have no way of knowing if the Charger is pointed at you or not. So it's like close dodging is like much harder to intentionally do. It's like if you see the light, you can't dodge around the Charger anymore because you have no idea if it's pointed directly at you. So Charger with no laser, that's gonna be interesting. But anyway, back to the crab. So that was shot. Okay, so yeah, so there was a first shot we missed that hit the Inkling. Second shot, third shot, the second and third missed. Fourth shot hit. Fifth one missed. Sixth one missed. So that's 6 shots. 7 missed. 8 hit. 9 missed. Then there's a bit of lag, and then that Inkling just starts giving off ink again. So 9 missed. And okay, so then that's the Inkling exploding. So if we go back, that was like how many hits? Was that 3 hits? I think that was 3 hits from the crab. So yeah, let's just go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5 actually. So that's 5 with 2 hits so far. 6 missed, 7 missed, 8 hit, 9 missed, and yeah, the third hit, 10 missed, but the third hit caused the Inkling to blow up after a short delay. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it looks like the crab just can shoot rapid fire. kind of rapid fire, because, like, even on 0.25 speed, that still looks like pretty fast, and it seems to kill in, you can see there, it seems to kill in 3 hits. Crab seems to kill in 3 hits. And then you can see, again, Charger has no laser. You can see the crab. Hold on. As you can see, you can jump on this thing here. Not very surprising. And then you can jump off. And you can see the crab turns into a ball. Because the crab actually seems to be, like, I know in the reveal trailer, we didn't know what the heck the crab special did. All we knew is it said it was a special and not a sub-weapon, which was kind of surprising because it looked like a sub-weapon, but we thought it looked smaller than it actually is. It's actually much bigger. And the crab, surprisingly, seems to be a modified baller. Like it's a tank crab that can turn into a baller to move around faster. So it's like you have like a baller into tank crab, which is pretty cool. And you can see it turns into a ball here, rolls around. It's pretty fast, but again, it's like a baller. We can see the splat bow right there. In-depth look at the 3 shots from the splat bow. See, the splat bow appears to be pointed horizontally, has a light like a charger, and you can see the splat bow launches the 3 shots. Again, they're fast. They all seem to, despite the shots on the bow itself looking like they're pointed at different angles, they all seem to be just strictly parallel and together on the splat bow. Really making it feel more like just like a charger with horizontal and vertical shots rather than a new thing. So I wonder if it's considered part of the charger class or a new class. But yeah, so again, that one dies. That Inkling or Octoling or whatever turns into squid form right here, right around here, then hops out. That's the one with the Brella, Inkling with the Brella. We have the baller crab. Then it like hops up in the air when it turns back into crab form, it seems. And it has a little hop. You see the other vending machines here. And the crab starts shooting. Rapid fire again. So, yeah. See that? And again, we can see the charger without lasers. Then we have this shot here. Actually, wait, hold on. We see the road signs? Okay, so the road signs are different. So apparently this one way, there's a left turn, and it apparently leads to an airport. Cool. Also, these road signs look like the U.S. road route symbols from the U.S. road system here in the United States. It's confusing if you don't know roads in the U.S. and how they work and how they're labeled and stuff. But yeah, these are different road signs. And then we can see the crab here, has these little symbols here. Again, it's moving like a baller until it flips out into crab form. Let's do a frame by frame of that. Some ink, it seems like it's taken some ink. I guess it's because it paints, because it's while rolling, maybe? Wait, does it paint while rolling? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, it does. So it's like exactly like baller. It's definitely a modified baller. So it has like the same physics as baller. And you see it kind of turns around, like does a flip, and then opens up into crab form, into the crab tank there. You can see the Inkling apparently goes into squid form while in the ball, and then pops out, and you can see there, in the transition between squid and kid form. Probably not going to have much gameplay effect, but that makes me wonder. Do you turn into a ball with the crab by using the squid form button? That would be interesting. So it's like a baller that you can toggle on and off between tank and baller mode. It's interesting. So you see the crab here just shoot that big shot, which I think was like a charge shot. Because it had this whole charge thing there, and then like implosion, and then shot a big shot there. So yeah, looks like it has a charge shot. And you can see the Inkling here. This Inkling boy, I guess, worthy thick eyebrows, whatever you want to call him, and has, like, the glowing special effect. And then we can see here, there's the Octoling that died. We see a Splat Bomb here, so we see a Splat Bomb. Splat Bomb's confirmed. No surprise there. We see, again, our Inkling with a bow. And we see again, it does look like you enter squid form when turning into a ball, so it looks like you do squid form to turn into the ball or something. And turning into a ball, it kind of just... It folds up a little bit later than when it starts rolling, which looks a little bit funny in slow-mo, but you can see it just rolls, leaves paint behind. This appears because the Octoling just died here. This just appears to be the exact same shot we saw before the close-up, but from a different angle. So, like, after the Octoling dies, but it's like the exact same shot we saw before the close-up, but from a different angle now, following the character in the tank. So we see the Splat Bomb there. We don't see the Splat Bomb explode, so we can't tell if its timer's been reduced or increased. The no Splat Bomb explodes pretty fast so far. But we see it unfold into crab form again as the Inkling turns back into a kid. Does a charge shot. Again, I think this is the exact same shot we saw with the charge shot before. I think we've just seen this exact shot 3 times in a row, but from different angles. And we see his charge shot has like this little ball thing. Looks kind of like a blaster. And yeah, it has like a blaster shot with this big explosion that just pops in. Probably annihilated our poster child Inkling. Oh, she's still there. For how long, though? But yeah, so that's the charge shot. So she's still there, alive. Yeah, she's still there alive. You can see the explosion there. This one's trying to shoot the person. Presumably, because you're just exposed in the back of this crab, presumably when you're in tank mode, you're completely vulnerable. Don't know when you're in baller mode, though, how that will work. But you're presumably completely vulnerable in tank mode, which is a good counterplay to the tank. But see the Splat Bow is charged. There's another charge shot, it seems. It is a different one because this is already inked, I believe. Then another big explosion there. That one hits directly, and yeah, she's dead. She's dead. There's no way. So it looks like that first one somehow didn't hit. Also, Brella here. You can see Brella here. But that first one didn't hit. So it's like either it's like a blaster or like not direct, just like the radius of the explosion doesn't kill, just damages. So it's like a blaster, but then the second one killed. So maybe it's like 2-shot, but direct. Maybe it's like direct to kill, not direct is like 2-shot or something, like a blaster. Kind of like how Inkjet has a blaster weapon. But so yeah, that's the crab there. And then we see here, this is a different shot because Brella is now up top here on the bridge. We see Roller here. We see crossing train lines up here, crisscrossing train lines. See Roller here. Here. We see this bubble blower thing, not to be confused with the bubble blower special from Splatoon 2. This is a modified bubbler, as in bubbler from Splatoon 1, not bubble blower from Splatoon 2. So, bubbler in Splatoon 1, remember, was a little shield that made you invincible around your character. The shield works differently. It's much bigger, but it doesn't follow you. So we can see, frame by frame, we can see, first of all, it kind of just pops in like that. I don't know if it's gonna look a bit less sudden pop in game, but it does just kind of pop in there. It has this little bubble blower thing here that this wind up thing that just gets yanked out. It's not really, actually no, I don't think it's a bubble blower thing. This is one of those things that, it's like a Beyblade. This is exactly like a Beyblade. That's like a Beyblade thing that you just rip out and the thing starts to spin, and we can see that there. It causes this thing to start to spin as it launches out these like helicopter blades as it just rises into the sky. So it's literally like a Beyblade that can fly. It comes out of this thing. Also, what is this, football helmet? So, yeah, it looks like a football some kind of helmet year thing here with the roller. You have the Brella there again. Someone, presumably something, is shooting from there. And so we can see this thing fly into the sky, Beyblade style, as the thing just kind of shrinks into non-existence here, the thing you rip out. So yeah, it's exactly like an upside-down Beyblade that launches into the sky. So you see it comes here, and then this floats up there. I wonder if you could shoot. This forms a shield that you can see forms there, and hence we get the new bubbler. This shield here. It's actually called Big Bubbler. Makes sense because it's a bubbler but big. I wonder if you could somehow shoot the top, and that would cancel the shield. I'm not sure if you can or not. In fact, the way the shield works, I'm not even sure if such counterplay is necessary. Because this doesn't follow you and make you invincible. Like, if you leave this, you're presumably just, like, completely exposed. But just kind of floats here in place rather than following your character around. And again, it's much bigger than the original bubbler. And we can see here, the Brella is shooting, and the paint just doesn't go through. The paint just doesn't go through. It gets blocked off. Makes sense, because there's a shield, like bubbler. So you see there, and see, also, you can see the same thing down here, I believe. I believe this shot is also, you can see here, the shot from down here is also getting blocked off by the shield. So it's blocking, like, the shield blocks all shots from outside, it seems, like the original bubbler, but it's not overpowered invincibility special like in that game, I don't think, because again, it doesn't follow you around. It doesn't follow you around, so you're kind of stuck there if you want invincibility. And, you see here, we get a front view here. Yeah, the roller flick seems to paint. It's like, the roller flick seems to paint somewhat, but it doesn't do any damage to the Brella shield. So it's like, oh, also, wait, which thing was that shot there? Ah, that was a splat bomb. We see a splat bomb here, launched here, and it explodes on the shield. Interestingly, it does look like it goes in a little bit. That might just be visual, though. So the shield caused the splat bomb to just explode. And then, I wonder if if opponents can go into this shield and then destroy this here to try and destroy the shield. But I'm not sure if it blocks out opponents, though. I think you can just go through. But it's like, I can see there, it paints but doesn't damage the Brella shield. So it seems like how this works, this big bubbler, how this works is, it protects you from all damage and paint, but you can't damage outside. You can paint outside its radius, but you can't damage. So it's like, that would make it not overpowered for Charger, because Charger, you could just sit there and not get hurt while killing everyone else, but if you can't actually hurt anyone while you're inside, then that balances that out. But that's interesting. So it's like it protects you completely, but then you can't hurt your opponents. You can only paint while you're inside there. And we see there shots being fired at shots being fired by the Brella here. Notice the roller is now like leaving the big bubbler though. See, the roller left the big bubbler and now is suddenly able to kill the Brella. But the shots that were being fired at the big bubbler couldn't penetrate it. So that's interesting. That's an interesting way of revamping the bubbler. So yeah, you see, pretty typical, Brella just explodes. We can see here, I guess this is Clash Blaster again. There. We can see Splatbow characters here, but our character here squid jumps, and we can see here, the squid jump animation looks pretty much the same. It's hard to see because they're stuck in enemy ink. But you see them squid jump here, And you can see down the street here now. You see that there's a street here. It does curve a bit to the left. You can see these other buildings here, signs here. Skyscrapers here in the background. So you can see all sorts of details here. Looks like a truck there. Stuff, something there. And yeah, you can see the shops and stuff. And you can see the railway lines go down that way. So maybe that's where the hub is and it's best to train there. But who knows. But you see Squid jump up into the sky. And transform like midair. Looks pretty standard. So then here, this is obviously the stage changes. They use the Squid jump as a transition. So we see Museum de Alfonsino from Splatoon 1 here. I have seen this stage before. I don't know all the details about it, but so I don't know how much I'll be able to tell that's different. But what you can see here, there's water. There's sea here with sailboats and all that. I'm assuming this is all exactly like how it was in Splatoon 1. We can see the equivalent of Miiverse posts here. Splatoon 2 obviously had these. You can see people's weird art where it looks like it's just stuff you can draw in the lobby is going to appear on stages here. So like your posts are going to appear on these walls here. That's cool. I know the stage has these moving platforms and like spinning stuff in it. So I'm not going to comment a ton on the stage itself and what's changed because I don't know what's changed and this video is taking really long, so saying a bunch of redundant stuff that's not any different that I'm just figuring out for the first time is going to be pretty pointless. So yeah, you see Squid jumps. Oh, you can see looks like Clash again. You're the Clash Blaster again. Looks like it's the same team, same ink colors, of course, because they have the yellow and purple as their vibe. So you see Clash again. Someone down here shooting something. Is that No, I don't think it's Charger. That could be. I don't know. No, that looks like... No, that's in the background. That's not Charger. So, let's see. Landing here. Interesting thing, this is the Inkling with the splat bow. Like our poster child Inkling. The one who Squid jumped from the previous new stage was not that. So, inconsistent Nintendo. At least I think that is, unless I'm just sounding like a doofus. But no, I saw the splat bow Inkling somewhere else in that shot. So you see Squid jumping. The respawn pad is completely gone from Splatoon 1, which is interesting because, you know, we saw one in one of the new stages in the original reveal trailer, but it was covered up. Here they're just gone, so I don't think they serve any function, and the one that we saw in the reveal trailer was just like, just a detail, just visual, because it was cool. Cool nod. But, yeah, so you see Squid jumping back to, I think to friend on the spinning thing here, because there's another player there. Squid jumping back to the other player. Yeah, back to the other player there. And so then we get this shot here. Again, you can see community posts there. See stuff. We see the splat bow over here again firing the triple vertical shot, and they're in the air. So it does seem like, as suggested in the Switch OLED, vertical shots are for when you're in the air, and horizontal shots are for when you're on the ground. So it's like a roller charger. The splat bow seems to be like a mesh between chargers and rollers. So we see that there. We see the Brella again. These all seem like the exact same team comps from the previous match. So we see there. And so now, see here, Brella on the spinny platform, Bow here, and stuff. And you can see other Afro do thing, or no, someone there again. But you see here, actually coming up, there's actually several things to notice here. You see the squid roll there. So let's go analyze that again. See, goes to one direction, then goes the opposite direction and flies about that far. So it's like, that's the distance it has. It like instantly, the squid roll, we can see it there, instantly reverses your direction and flies back about that far. So we've only ever seen the squid roll, I believe, like in moving one direction and then flipping over and moving the other direction. So it seems to me that the squid roll is basically just the side somersault from 3D Mario. It's like it's a side somersault from 3D Mario, but with way less height, because the focus is less on height and more changing direction and I guess distance. But like it functions the same. You You move one direction, change directions, and presumably jump, and then you'll flip back the other direction. So it's like the side somersault from Mario, but without the height. And, so yeah. Not only do you see that, though, you see this thing here. That looks like an inkjet respawning thing. Looks like an inkjet. It could be for the next special we see, but it could also be for the inkjet. I think I heard that there's another shot where you can see a similar thing, but I think the icon might look a bit different. So it could be they're reusing this kind of symbol for a new special, but it could, because I don't think we actually see inkjet, but it could mean that inkjet is in the game. So you see that there. Why don't we see this new special? Spider-Man Ninja Thingamabobber. You see, you have this weird suit that looks almost rubbery, even though it's presumably made of ink, that can just give you these really stretchy arms that can cling to things like a la like a grappling hook. And it looks like this. You can see you have the squid eyes, but it's just looks like this weird suit on you. Don't know if this also has like some armor to it, or if you just have normal damage. But you can see there, it just stretches like that, and then you just start flying like grappling hook style. And then, that's interesting, you start glowing and have like this ink effect as you're moving. Don't know if that means that if you hit someone while flying, you can do melee damage to them or whatnot. But it does look like once you hit a wall there, actually I think I know why I go in things there. Once you hit a wall, there's a big splat, and so it's like you can like, kind of like a bomb. So you just kind of give off a little ink explosion when you land on a wall that you've grappled to. That's probably what this explosion thing right here is. So you can see that there, and you can just wall jump off and flip around and then launch it somewhere else. So that's a straight up Spider-Man ninja thing. Let's watch it in detail again. Yeah, so you have a little explosion when you land. Then you can just wall jump off like that. And then just swing again and get another stretch arm. And actually, you can actually see what looks like an actual... Okay, no, that's the regular weapon. I was like, is that like an actual grappling hook? No, that looks like the regular weapon from before. And you can see, again, you can see the inkjet-esque icon. Like over here. I'm trying to determine actually... That's not a different icon, that's in the exact same spot. So, though I think it does look a little... Is it in the exact same spot? No, it's not in the exact same spot. It's not in the exact same spot, but it looks kind of similar, but the icon looks a bit different, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's a different icon. This looks like inkjet. I think this straight up looks like inkjet. This icon here. So I think that may mean inkjet is back. Probably does. But then this looks... But it could also just be a similar icon that means grappling hook. Then this looks a bit different, though. So it could be the grappling hook. Either it's just straight mobility, like you can move anywhere, and then it just wears off and you can stay where you were, though I'd imagine that could get kind of broken. It's probably, though, seeing this, it may instead just act like an inkjet, where you can climb around all you want for a time, but then you have to jump back again. So you see launch grappling hook again. And as you can see, this time we can see a yellow octoling there falling down. Launch it at this thing here and just fling up to that. So this surface is apparently paintable. Maybe that was in the original stage. Again, I don't know. Fly up there. Again, you get like a bomb explosion once you land. So that presumably does damage. So you can just fling a grappling hook at someone, fly to them, and presumably do damage. And you can see some really good artwork here. From props to whoever drew this. Obviously, it was just someone at Nintendo, but yeah. The explosion there, and again, you can wall jump off. So, like, you can do that to these walls. You can paint these walls. Actually, wait. Okay, hold on. We're down here at this platform. Where was the original spawn thing? Right there. Okay, so this does not seem to be for inkjet. This seems to be... I think this is the same spot, right? This seems to be for a grappling hook thing. And you can see this wall here, actually. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So these clips are actually being shown out of order. So you can see there, this is not inkjet. I am convinced this is not inkjet. I'm convinced this is the grappling hook. You see, you start here. That's where they start. So actually, this is the start of the special. Like, the special is activated, and the symbol is somewhere down here. Special is activated, launches it at this wall, flies over to there, wall jumps off, and that's where that ink stain there is. And then, like, after this, what happens next is, here. This is right after that. So these clips are being shown out of order. So that first clip we saw was there, launched up from where that inkjet-esque spawn thing was, launched to this wall, splatted this wall here, then wall jumped off, then here, this is post-wall jump, flings here, flies to this wall, wall jumps off, and so yeah, this is from the spawn from this special. Flies off, and then this is, again, this happened before, and so after, then, so ignore this clip, Umbrella there again, and then this seems to be, maybe this is immediately after the first clip of this special. Flies at this wall. I don't know if the charger here was out of the radius or not, but didn't seem to get damaged here. Here, wall jumps off, shoots the charger and kills the charger, and then we don't see this grappling hook turn back to normal, which would imply that, again, it functions like inkjet. And so that inkjet-like spawn thing is actually for the grappling hook. So we don't know that inkjet's back. This could be the replacement. And so the only special I think we know that's returning back exactly like in the previous game without any kind of revamping is missiles so far. But this seems to be a revamped inkjet that's been revamped into grappling hook. And the crab's like a revamped baller, and then there's revamped. They have confirmed revamped bubbler and revamped killer whale. But yeah, so we have statue of a squid here. Presumably this was in the original stage. What do we see here? We have Brella here. We have this squid roll again. This seems to be the exact same shot from before, I believe, but from a different angle again. So they have multiple cameras set up recording this. We see dualies with rolls here. The roll doesn't seem to go very far, but yeah. But we can see, here's something interesting. Here, we can see the grappling hook again. Launching it, yeah, so I was right. This is the first shot we saw here, launching on this wall and then wall jumping off. That was the first shot we saw of the grappling hook from a different angle, and I was right. It does lead directly into the shot of taking out the charger. And then because we can see the charger here getting taken out again. So this is the exact same shot we've seen before, but from a different angle. Launches to the charger, takes the charger out. There. Exact same thing we saw before. And then hops down. Actually, wait. Does the grappling Spider-Man thing hop down? Or... let's see. No. Okay, the grappling hook functions exactly like inkjet. The grappling hook functions exactly like inkjet because we can see they just jump back up in the sky. There. And then jump back to that respawn thing. So that respawn thing is for the grappling hook. Okay. I haven't seen anyone point that out yet. But yeah, so we can see that. So what the grappling hook did is started from the place where that inkjet spawn thing was, launched up to that one wall, then launched up to this wall, then launched up to the charger, killed the charger, fell off, and then jumped back to the spawn. So it functions exactly like inkjet. So we have no idea if inkjet is in the game, and looking at this, probably not, because it looks like this replaces inkjet. So then we see Jellyfish doing art stuff. Presumably, I think this was probably in the stage before, I don't know, but it makes sense. So we see roller without any ink. Oof. Oof, that roller had no ink. But yeah, See Brella there, the center thing again. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone's made that connection yet. So I managed to piece the exact order of the grappling hook special as the entire thing happens. I've confirmed that Inkjet spawn thing is for the grappling hook and not Inkjet, and and that the grappling hook functions exactly like Inkjet and exactly what it did in this stage. I'm not sure if anyone's pointed that out yet, but yeah. So no Inkjet as far as we know. Seems like grappling hook replaces it. So we just have these Inklings here with gear. No ink, this is just cinematic shots. Maybe this is from Amiibo, actually. I think they've done these posing things before, so nah, looking at these things, I doubt this is Amiibo. But here's the design again. You can see them in different ink colors now, but these seem to be the exact Inklings and Octolings we saw before. This is the guy from the far right when the yellow team spawned in with all these glasses and whatnot covering the face. This is the one with the sunglasses and short hair and the jacket. Here's the football helmet. Again. Actually, wait. Actually, wait, let's go back. We can see the gear better, actually. See there? Okay, no, that's just a shirt. I was mistaken. I thought that was skin or something before, and I was like, no, that's a shirt. Okay. Then we can see, here's the one with Clash Blaster again, the hairstyle and stuff. They're all still on the museum, so yeah. So they're back in Inkopolis here. I believe there's like they said there's going to be some transport system that allows them to go back to Inkopolis. Here we can see the interstate signs with the U.S. route shape to them again. You can see the road signs in greater detail. Again, there appears to be a left turn ahead here. 4 out of 5. 4/5 of a mile? 4/5 of a mile? A quarter of a mile? There's apparently an airport or something with an airplane somewhere ahead here. We did see airplanes flying above the city in the reveal trailer, so that's not surprising. And this appears to be Interstate or Route 87. The thing with the Splatoon font is that it often seems to just be like weird, modified letters from existing English languages. You can see more graffiti here. So this just appears to straight up be weird looking 87. So Route 87 maybe? Maybe this is Inkling, but to me this just looks like straight up Japanese. I don't know Japanese, so sorry if I'm butchering that, but this text looks like straight up Japanese. That could be completely wrong. Maybe Inkling-ish looks different in Japan, looks more Japan-like, Japanese-like in Japan, whereas in America... Nah, I don't think it's different. I don't know. I don't know Japanese letters, so maybe this is Japanese, maybe this is just Inkling. I don't know. But, yeah. Road signs again, better look at them. Vending machines again. They look like vending machines. Maybe they're just the exact same assets from Splatoon 2 or whatever. I don't know. I had never paid attention to the vending machines, so... in the game, so yeah. See here, Burst Bomb again. We see the Big Bubbler again, so this is from before. See Clash Blaster again. We see this Inkling girl here. Long pants, girl, short eyebrows, and it has one of the Splatoon 2 girl hairstyles and that hat. I think we saw her before, actually. Yeah, we saw her before, but she wasn't pink. She's standing under the bridge. There's some things under the bridge by the barriers here on the road. See the train tracks again. See this guy? No, this is a girl, actually. I mean, we don't know. It could be anything, but it has the girl style with the smaller eyebrows and Splatoon 2, like Inkling Girl gym shorts, even though we know anyone can have any like wear now. And I believe this hairstyle is either... I think this was in Splatoon 2. I don't know, I've only ever stuck with like one hairstyle, and some of them I recognize from like SFM and Gmod animations, but... Okay, no, I think these pigtails were... No, actually, no, I think these are new. I'm not sure. Regardless, hairstyle, you can see it. This hairstyle is in the game. Whether it's new or not, I don't care. But yeah, we can see Splatoon 2 shorts, orange eyes, dark skin, headband, Crab again, Charger again without laser. So this is Splat Bomb there. So this is just a shot we've seen before again, but from a different angle. this Octoling hopping up here and hopping off, we saw that before. This is the exact same shot again, but from a different angle. See Crab again. Okay, so that was part 1 of my analysis of the Splatoon 3 trailer. I covered the multiplayer turf war gameplay and the new stuff like the specials and whatnot, and tried to analyze it as accurately as I could. I know I've probably missed some stuff. Like, I think there's apparently curling bombs in there, but I didn't catch that. And yeah, and we've seen that the new grappling hook special thing is probably replacing the inkjet because it functions exactly the same as far as its like respawn thing goes. So yeah, that's it for this part. In the next part, I will discuss the story mode, the hero mode, or whatever it's called, the single player. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in part 2. I don't have a clever outro for this. Bye.